GappaMagix at it again, here to finish my Grand Prix coupe. It was raining earlier, so I couldn't go live when I tried to. So here we go. Make sure you can see the angle here. Be working on this little bit right here for a second. And then I'm going to get to painting, or priming and then painting. Great day today. Nice little breeze. Maybe too breezy. But we'll paint it anyway. Ain't gonna let me hinder my ability to proceed. You know what I mean? Mother Nature can't stop me. Gotta get all this down to, how you say, flush as it should be. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll be right back. Gonna go get scissors and cut this tack cloth. This tack cloth is so sticky right now with my hand. I literally feel sticky on it. It's not fun. Some people, they like that. Not me. Right here, missed a small area to sand. Got make sure you sand every single area that paint may be touching, because you know, if you don't sand it, then it won't have any little scratches to bind to. Otherwise the paint will just run off of it. If you didn't know that, that's really how it is. And you can go like this, just a little bit onto the edges here. Just lightly scuff it, because you don't really need to remove too much paint up top here. But you want to blend it. You want to blend it pretty good. Otherwise it won't look good. I'm actually not going to paint this side yet, because this part is starting to crack. This little bits of Bondo that I got here. So I'm going to have to re-Bondo that. Didn't think I was going to have to do that, but I'm going to. Let me look at it. Yeah, that sucks. That's another long process of waiting. Just like your granny said, always squeeze the tube from the bottom, because otherwise it may cause air pockets in the tube, and as well puncture it from squeezing. Forgot to put my mask on for this. My apologies for all you health nuts. Normally I would have remembered, but pretty upset that I had to redo this. Okay, there's that. I want to do this all again, but hey, basically have no choice. And I might as well do some bondoing right here. Never thought I would have to redo all this. Alright, that's fucking great. Oh, pardon my French. Didn't try to cuss. There may be little babies watching this. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to redo the other side, but that could happen. That very well could happen. Okay. Can't believe I had to redo that. Alright, I'm gonna move this camera to the other side. Let me show you see this. 1 second here. Okay. I got lucky. I already looked before I brought the camera over. I don't have to redo that. So I will paint something today. I'm going to sand this a little bit and go forward. Forward motion is the only motion I believe in. I do not choose to go backwards. Sometimes in life people have to. That's just a metaphor. A metaphor for whoever wants to listen. If you're just tuning in, appreciate you tuning in. If you got funny, or if you learned anything from the other one, I was doing that to make you entertained as well. I was upset. I really don't care. And whatever. There, everything I said in that last video, that is what it is upon me in this city. And at the end of the day, when if there's what's it called? Story to tell, I'm not gonna tell it because then I'd be a snitch. Then that would put me to their level of rumor starting and snitching. So me, I will just beat around the bush and let you know that I know it, and let you know that I'm not those words, and as well, you know, I'm basically like a victim of being, how you say, dressed flashy. Had three, when I first moved back in 2019, I had 3 jobs. 3 of them were restaurant jobs, and 1 of them working at a hog farm. So 4 jobs. And anyway, the point is, I overpassed a whole lot of people and upset people because I outshined them in the restaurant jobs, the cooking, and how you say, do good deeds for the bosses, and doing extra, and going into work on my days off when people don't want to go to work. I do their shifts, all type of shit like that. And long story short, when COVID came, then I lose all jobs besides 1 job. I already had this house rented, and the point being is then when everybody decides to, what's that word? I can't tell you the whole story, but the point is it's the older humans that decided to do what they did to me, hinder my existence of dating or even going to attempt to chat with a girl, and then basically you know, I get into it with these men and possibly have to have altercation, and then they try to say that I'm some word where I'm starting it. But like I said before, and this part I don't give a fuck. This is me teaching you something. Always keep your phone on record, because at the end of the day, you may have to defend yourself. You may have to go to court for shit that you know you didn't do, and you are only speaking back to the pieces of shit that's starting you or rattling your cage to see what you're going to do. And that person is a spy, whether you believe me or not. It is a spy, how you say, positioned to wherever or whoever they're assigned to rattle their cage, simulate them, or whatever you want to call it. And that's the truth. And if you don't believe me, I don't care. So like I said to you yesterday, no one's gonna steal this car. No one's gonna run into the car. No one's gonna damage this car. Let me tell you something about me. Every night, I wait. Wait and watch. Wait and watch to see who wants to do something. Because I'm gonna bust out the door with something for you. And at the end of the day, that's all gonna be on camera. Just like when you guys, or no disrespect, how I said that, not you guys. Just like when they tried to simulate me the other day, 2 months ago, when they had a whole group of weirdos in the alley trying to act like they're gonna do something. I kept my cool. I stayed in the house. I was waiting for them to do something to the car. Then I would have showed out outside. That's a fucking fact. And that was a simulation to see what I would do. I didn't do anything, and it proves what I said earlier. I got spies living all around me, and no one did nothing. No, none of them did nothing. So they're all in on it to see what I was gonna do. So at the end of the day, you know, that's one of those stories where you can't. I would have to literally film myself on a lie detector for you to know that I'm not lying. And that's just a little story for you. Every day I pass tests, and every day people get checked. Not in a sense of human to human interaction, but mainly on the telephone with me. And at the end of the day, um, I don't. For all I know, it could be executives from YouTube playing a game with me. I don't really know. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say too much more about it. I'll let that leave that up to the gods to decide. Because just like uh, they say in that AA group, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And like the new song, uh, I forgot how it goes, but it's talking about I'm right, and that's me pretty much. And if you really want to know me, I'm like a double mint twin, but my twin is going to be a girl, and it's not going to be a relation to me. It's going to be a girl I'm with as a date. Double the pleasure, double your fun, double mint twins, double mint gum. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, for y'all don't know what double mint gum is, you better go back and check your the cool commercials that they used to do from the 80s to the 90s, because nowadays the commercials, not the one, like I said, what I do, I watch some this is on YouTube what I'm talking about. I watch retro commercials. I think they're cool, and I watch old car chases from the movies. I watch like older movies where all the stunts are real. Um, I could go on about stuff, but that's one of the things that I like to do. Okay, here we go. Now that I, you know, let you know a little bit about me, now you may have an idea of the truth. Meaning, there may be the last true sentences I ever say, because I'm not a teller. You know what I mean? But I am a, what's it called? Someone who, what's that word? Knows what's what. That's the best way to put it. And at the end of the day, when you see me, uh, when you see me outside, and I know you're not a, I know you're not a threat, but I think of you as some type of something where you're coming at me. I'm gonna make sure to stay 6 feet away from you. Period. I'm not gonna finish that whole sentence, but let's just know that I know when people are fucking around. That's the best way to put it. And at the end of the day, when that shit happens, and this goes back to the story I was telling you about when yesterday or whatever, today a little bit about how I am, or when you look at my videos, you don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about or why I'm doing something stupid. I'm doing that to piss them off, and basically, uh, what's that word? Kill them with kindness, or be so outrageous that they get mad because they don't understand how or why I can have that much fun or act like I'm having fun or whatever, you know what I mean? Simple as that. And then here we go. We did it. I'm the best, pretty much. And at the end of the day, um, I just want you to know that I know that. And I'm not trying to brag. It's just a solid fact. I'm one of the people that listen to all the right knowledges or learnings or whatever. And I'm also the person that tuned out all the bullshit. All right, here we go. Do 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 do. Yeah. Look at that. That's as smooth as silk. This time I don't have to fix it. Yes, sirski. That is as smooth as silk. Except for right here. Oh, maybe I sand that a little bit. Can't let that go. I'm not Elsa from Frozen, you know. There's a joke for you. A corny one. Oh shit! Hey, there's a snack out, a Cheeto snack. You guys got it, or your viewers got to try it. It's called Cheetos Mexican street corn chips. Oh my god, those chips are amazing, and it tastes just like one of them cobs of corn you can get with all the spices on it. And anyway, um, I only said that because I said the word corny. That's the thing. I'll keep a conversation going with the phone. You know, that way you guys can at least laugh at my dumbass, or think, or maybe even learn something. At the end of the day, um, I'm not. I wasn't meant to be a teacher. I was meant to entertain. That was it. Okay, looking pretty good here now. Needed to scuff all that. Do it one more time. Just a little bit more. Don't want to do it too much because you want to still keep, like, on the area where it doesn't need to really be fixed. You want to just keep a little paint on there, because when you're scuffing it, like I said, you need to have a little bit of scratches, or uh, you know, coarse material where the paint can bind to. Okay. But since I was cussing on this video, I'm gonna sing my song later on, and it's a rated R song, and if I crack the right joke before, then I'll sing it, because I'm not gonna just let you know what song I was gonna sing yesterday, and it's one of those things where it's funny to me, and you can think of me as whatever word you want. Okay, there we go. Do, 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 do. Yeah, what's that? That's road gunk. I'm gonna have to get what's it called? A cloth with a Goo Gone material or solution to wipe off all this gunk. They call it road gunk or road debris or whatever you want to call it. It's like stuff you can barely see, but it's on your car, and you got to really scrub it. And mainly, it's on the bottom part of your fender well, at the bottom by the bottom of the car there. But some cars have it right here, I guess. So I'll be right back. That may take 2 minutes. Be right back. See, see, this stuff uh, takes stuff off of stuff, from glue to road debris to gum to sticky soda on a surface of your table or whatever. And at the end of the day, you just go like that, just because you don't want it on there. You don't want to paint over that stuff, because that could also cause the paint to run or just not sit well on the car. Okay, voila. Alright, that's good. Believe it or not, this is all the original paint. One day, I may repaint the whole car, but once I'm done with the paint, I forgot to do it on my Jimmy when I was doing the videos without the going live, but I was going to do a walk around to let you see the whole car. I'll do that with this car, and then do it with the Jimmy, because I don't want to ruin the sequence of video screen, or I'll put it on the same video. It don't matter. But I just want to let you know that some people actually like these cars, and they're not going to use that word, they're not keen on new cars or whatever. At the end of the day, like, there's people in Michigan that love this car. They want it, and they should too, because they're probably the family that made the car, or so on. You know what I mean? A lot of these cars, people wreck them. They give them to the kids. They crash them, and they go to the junkyard, and that's that. This car, whoever had it before me, never crashed it. They did work on it though, like we found out, but they never crashed it. They were doing something in it to get it impounded and how you say, taken. That's when I found it and bought it. It's funny too, because I was down at the shop, or at my mechanic shop, to have my old car fixed before I blew the engine. I was having something to get done on that, and then I see this car sitting there with a for sale sign, and I said, "What you doing with that?" "Well, what you doing? You know how to read?" I said, "Okay, it really is for sale. I didn't know." And then came to buy it. Alright, here we go. This is it. I'll be painting here in a second. This is the last little bit, tack cloth it, get all this junk off, because I'm going to spray black dark primer on this area right here. I'm going to tape this bit, but I just want to make sure, if you're going to do it yourself, you got to make sure to at least try to do it A1, almost perfectly code, and at the end of the day, you know, I do, what's it called, I live by code. We'll just call it that. Believe it or not, I may sound like some type of other word. I live by code. Okay. Let's tape this up. Because this part, you don't need paint. This part's good still. Do 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 do. Skidoo beep bop beep a boo. Skidoo do 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 do. Oh yeah, and I was right too when I said I don't know if anyone's watching this right now or cares, but I was right when I called the sitcom series Knight Rider. I didn't know if that was called that. I just knew that David Hasselhoff was in that show and the car was alive and it's a Pontiac. And you call it whatever you want, where I'm talking jive or whatever, but I'm not gonna keep going on that topic. At the end of the day, some people, it's hard to explain. New cars, they don't have to do it. Like when you know your car is about, say your car has an idling problem, and you can like feel the car breathing air or pumping gas or whatever. I can do that with this car. Not that it has a problem, but I know when to put the gas down. Like if I put some people, they don't know this. Say you want to go fast, times it won't go right away, because in that very second, the cylinder that, how you say, attempting to move instead of going up or down, it's at that one spot. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Taping this down a little bit here because I don't want to have to paint on the paint that I didn't want to paint. Say that 10 times fast. But yeah, anyway, well, let's talk about debunking. Let's change the topic here. And it has nothing to do with this car, but it's about cars. Debunking. Some car tires, as long as there's tread on them, they'll keep driving, right? And anyway, on my old car, on those two back tires, they are Toyo tires. Toyo is a brand new Toyo tire. I think are at least 7 years old, and I don't know that, but they're old, and they hold air still. And the point being is that a lot of people, they want you to buy new tires all the time, and basically what I'm saying is you don't need to do that. If you're just tuning in, this is a 1999 Pontiac Grand Prix Coupe. My apologies if you left the chat. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the video. I wasn't watching the screen to see that it disconnected for a second. But anyway, this is a 1999 Pontiac Grand Prix Coupe, and just painting bits of rust, or fixing the rust and then painting it, and sitting there trying to read this. What'd you say? Mr. Mr. I have no idea what he's chatting about, but okay. says it's fast drying. I guess it is. Look at that. That's crazy. I'm gonna let it dry a little longer though. You can see like the spots right here. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but the paint, the one stick right here, and that little spot right here, you can barely see it, but that spot didn't get sanded enough. And that's the point of, you gotta make sure it's sanded. So, since it's fast drying, how fast is it? Let's see. It can be sanded, just not roughly sanded. Wow, this is pretty decent stuff. Do 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 do. Ski beep beep bop boo 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 beep bop boo. Yeah. Right there, that's wet right there a little bit. Don't sand it too much. See how I'm doing it, and I'm just basically just touching it on there. I'm not even putting pressure on it. So when you know the paint is somewhat still wet, technically I shouldn't even be sanding this, but I'm just trying to make the video keep going, make you watch it, or hope you watch it. I should say, I can't make you do anything, hope you watch it. And anyway, going like that. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Doing this type of work, it doesn't get too messy on the ground. Like when I was sanding Bondo, this bit, I'm basically just scuffing the primer. And why I primed it is because you don't want to put paint on bare metal. So you got to prime it first. And I may actually I'm not going to. I was going to maybe put another coat on, but this is a pretty decent primer. Okay. Okay. Then I hit it with the fine grit, the 1200 grit. People say that doesn't even really do anything. Well, it does. You just can't noticeably see it. Oh, now is the perfect time. Let me see if there's you got no one watching. All right, great. That way I can't offend anybody. I'm not gonna. I wanted to so bad. I was gonna sing that song. I thought of, man, that's a funny song. I made that up yesterday. It's more of a jingle. It's more of a 5-second tune. No one's watching, as I would assume. This is mainly proof that I did it myself. I'm not trying to make people watch me daily on a stream, but actually now that I kind of like streaming, I may start doing that with other activities. Do, 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 do. Okay, again, now after all that, you got to use the tech cloth one more time because now the paint is about to go on. Okay, voila. You look marvelous. And if you didn't know, that's a quote from Pepsi commercial from the 80s. Really good, cool commercial. And here's a fact that you may not know or believe. Back in the 80s, and I only know this from watching these old school retro commercials on YouTube. Man, I like YouTube so much with all the cool stuff they got on there that you could only imagine. You just got to put your brain to what you want to type up, and it will show up with all types of stuff. And anyway, what I was saying about a commercial I saw on the videos that I was watching, Pepsi used to have a clear Pepsi that tasted like Pepsi, but it was clear like Sprite or 7 Up or Sierra Mist or Starry or whatever, you know. And anyway, man, when I seen that, I wish I could try it. And they don't make it no more, you know. But they made a Pepsi Cola that tasted like Pepsi but was clear. That's crazy. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Okay, I'm gonna go like this here because it's getting a little windy, and you can't have this stuff flopping up. You gotta tape it all down. Okay, there we go, and here we go. This one's almost done. That looks like really bad, so I'm gonna wait till this dries and then go over it with and sand it just like I did with the primer, and then maybe sand it again and maybe put 2 or 3 coats of paint on this. But this is almost done, so I try to get rid of all of it. One of these, this costs $30 at the auto value, okay? And a normal can of paint costs about $8. This is, how you say, factory certified paint code schematic paint. Okay. That actually turned out halfway decent, but as you can see, or you cannot see maybe because of the graininess of the live stream, maybe you can see it or not, but I can see it right here, here, there. There's a few spots, and then I have to repaint my fire pit grill, or my fire pit cover too. I I don't really care. I'll repaint that too. And anyway, I'm gonna sit here and let this dry for a second now. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. So some people, let me see what you're seeing once. Let me see what the video's seeing. Oh, well, the video sees pretty good. That's a clear image compared to what it was yesterday. But I have 4 bars. Yesterday I only had 3 in a sense of network bars. My phone has up to 5G, but usually it's only at 4. But anyway, you can, that's just the end of that bottle of shaker paint, and meaning that's the last of that. So the new one will look a little better, because I mean that's code, and once it gets clear coat on there with the clear coat spray, it'll actually match even more. But you can see that this is the factory coat, how you say match coat. They use a laser gun, zap the paint, or if it's still on the door, or sometimes it's in the trunk or in the dash, there's a code piece of paper with all these codes. And anyway, that's where you'll find it, what you're looking for if you're trying to have perfect paint code matching. And anyway, let's see here. Let me just, you don't really want to touch it, but if you lightly just see, barely touch it. Oh, it's almost dry. Okay, so I'm gonna be on the safe side. It's already been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait 5, maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna sand it one more time. And you know, I guess I have to sand it and then paint it, and then sand it one more time, and then paint it, then let it dry, then paint it, and then clear coat it. This may take a little bit, but you know, for anyone that cares, I appreciate you being here, watching, or tuning in later on. Or if you think it's funny, listen to me talk, that's cool too. Or if you hate my guts and you're trying to gather intel on me, then fuck you. How about that? And at the end of the day, no one can stop me. At the end of the day, and at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say next. No one can stop me. And at the end of the day, this is what I'm going with. Is when I say no one can stop me. Some people frown on somebody doing something like this. Well, technically, how is anybody gonna paint anything outside their house? I'm not even really painting much. You saw that took maybe 30 seconds. So the point is, like, I can't prove what I'm about to say next, but I could if I really wanted to become a word. But there's a lot of people that are like, I don't want to call it picking on me, but we'll call it critiquing or judging me. And they can fucking die for all I care. I mean that too. They can fucking jump off a cliff or get hit by a car or kill themselves. And I have no problem saying that on live. And c'est la vie. forgot to, because this is a comment that someone made on my, doesn't matter what. I'm dressed like a bum or whatever right now because I don't have any other clothes that are halfway junky even to wear when I'm painting. And on top of that, I'm not gonna have paint on a shirt, even if it's junky. I go with no shirt. I'm not trying to flex up or act like I have a body of steel or anything. People are weird, man. And at the end of the day, guess what? I don't know if this is the next thing too. In this day and age, it's like wrong for a man to walk around with no shirt on, I guess. Well, I'm gonna still do that forever until I die. And at the end of the day, I guess nowadays the girls can do it too, if they want to. That's pretty cool. And uh, this is where I'm going with this. If someone's mad at me because I'm doing this without a paint suit or how you say a proper respirator mask, you know how much one of them proper respirator masks costs? That costs about $80 that I'm not gonna spend because I just spent $60 on paint code matching paint. And then I spent $8 two times getting clear coat. So that's $16 plus 60. That's $76 plus another $8 or $10. I forgot how much this was. So $82 to $88 worth of materials right here. I could have went and got the cheapest stuff and called it a day, but I'm not like that. But anyway, let me look again. Ooh, it's. You gotta very gently touch it. Oh, it is not way slimy, but it's not really sticky, but it's not yet dry, so you can't do nothing with it yet. So now I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look on the other side. Maybe I can go over there and sand. People are in violation of code when it comes to me. When you hear me ranting or bitching or talking, when I'm talking about all that chaos talk, that's not me telling a story. That's the viewpoint of my eyeballs, relaying it into how you say a non-intrusive sentence, and at the same time trying to be politically correct in such a way where I'm not, how you say, out of pocket for speaking it. And anyway, here we go. I'm gonna go over there and sand it, so I'm gonna move this. Okay, here we go. Back it up a little bit. There, you can see everything. Be right back. But as I was saying earlier, I'm not trying to be Mr. Macho Man, but you know, for how little I am, I can, you believe me or not, I can bench press 300 pounds, and I don't even weigh 150. I weigh 138, and that's pretty talented in a sense. Okay, Alright, here we go. Okay. Got the heavy grit. Repeat the process. This is the part where you're gonna hate doing this by yourself because you know you just did it. And if you're a stickler like me, or how you say, perfect, or trying to be perfect, you're gonna want to do it again because that's just what you're gonna want to do. So anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, and someone want to talk shit about me too. They said something in a different video. It has nothing to do with this upload or me on working on the cars. Someone's giving me shit about how little I am. You know, believe it or not, I can eat a lot of food. I just can't gain any weight. It's called a high metabolism. And it has nothing to do with doing dope or not eating food or starving or any type of weird shit. But hey, you know, I can't make you believe me. But hey, once that time comes, you know, that's a good idea. I will live stream at a buffet restaurant. Prove to you that I can eat a lot of food. That would be a good idea to do. I was watching on YouTube. There's this guy on there. He's cool. He's called Food God. All he does is buy the most expensive thing on the menu and eat it. And that's his channel. I was watching his channel. He he was eating 24 karat gold hot wings with gold hot sauce or something. That was crazy. Couldn't believe that. But it's on YouTube. Type them in. Again, that man, I didn't really get inspired to go and try to buy the most expensive food. I'm not rich yet like him, but when the time comes, when I can, I will. And it'd basically be a duplicate or a copycat, but at least I filmed myself eating 24 karat gold hot wings. Oh yeah, and again, that man's channel is called Food God. Okay, there's one little bit done, and one opinion told, or you know, just chatting on the chatting to the camera. Hope you stay watching. And like I said, I'm not what's it called, trying to gain clout for people watching or anything. This is just proving that I did this myself. This process of fixing the car. But if you want to type in a video of mine that I was trying to gain clout, you could type it in. I forgot what I really titled it, but it's on my recent videos. I rode my mountain bike down a hill with no hands, and I had to have been going about 40 or 50 miles an hour. And the hill is like a 1 minute long hill. That is me trying to get clout, doing something outrageous like that. Oh yeah, I titled it "Around the World: A Picture of a Mountain Bike Skills." SKILLS. Because it has that dance where they go around the world. let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Anyway, if you're watching my channel, I've been doing those just because I thought that's funny. And I'm going to stop doing that at the end of the month. And I don't know what I'm going to do next, but that's a secret. I don't know yet, and it's yet to be known. There we go. I think that's almost done right there. I mean, Jiminy Crickets. See, this is one of those areas right here where it didn't really need to be fixed since it's not really shown, but since it's rusting, you want to fix it because I don't know what you've all seen, meaning you could be living in a state where the vehicles don't even have rust, but in Minnesota, I seen a vehicle where it's rust right here, and that rust, by not being fixed, will engulf the whole panel of the car right around here, all the way inside, and like literally you put your hand into the interior of the car. That's how bad rust can get. That's the truth. You want to know another thing that's true? If you want to make free money, they will pay you to move to Alaska. That's a proven piece of knowledge for you. You can live there and get paid to live there. I saw a whole documentary on it on YouTube. Okay, that took a long, long time just to do that little bit. So now that paint is dry over there. We'll go back over there. Here we go. 1 second. Okay. Appreciate all the likes. You didn't need to do that, but I really do value your guys' viewers taking the time just to, how you say, be cool with me. Or, like I said, if you're some type of weirdo trying to gather intel, then fuck you. Okay, this is dry. This is all the way dry. I can lightly sand it now. People, they don't believe in doing this because they're lazy, but this is actually code. The next code thing to do would be to put water on it and then sand it like that too. That's one thing I don't really, you don't need to do that because at the end of the day, you're doing a little area. You're not doing the whole car. When people say they need to do that every time, that's for the whole car. No reason to do that on just a little area. Again, when you're sanding freshly coated paint that is dry, do not press hard. It will mess with it. You gotta lightly press it, or barely at all. You just want to scuff it a little bit so that way the material will allow more paint to be put on. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was fixing rust repair. If I would have did us all in one day, it would have taken all day because you got to wait for it to dry and all that stuff. Rust repair is a time process, and it is a longevity process where you need to know the proper steps to make sure the rust is gone, to make sure that the paint looks good, and to, how you say, keep it looking fresh, because it's one thing looking good, another thing looking good and fresh. That's just me kind of jazzing, razzing up, you know, just jiving or bullshitting. Almost done though. Okay, almost done. There. Okay, here we go. Try again here with this one, 1200 grit. Just a little bit on there, you know. Hit it with that. See right there? That was an imperfection that I just removed with my fingernail. It's good to, after you're done sanding, the spots where you know where you needed to sand, to just go like that. Make sure it's off of there. Okay. Do 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 do. Skitty beep bop boot up beep bop boo. Okay. Hell yeah. I said everything I said. It's not an opinion. A lot of it is facts. Facts that I actually can prove too. But I don't have to prove them to you. Speak about it on camera. That doesn't matter to me. There's people walking around that are actually rats that people think are cool. Do you understand that? Do you know that where I'm going with this? That I'm not going to finish the sentence, but in every city, there's a group of people that are rats that think they can act cool and then have people get busted, and that's the truth. And at the end of the day, where I'm going with this, they tried to do that to me just when I would go to the bar and party, like drink there. They would say I'm too drunk, and then when I would get pulled over and I would pass the breathalyzers, the cops don't even know what the fuck to do, and they feel like they're fools. And I said, well, you got your fucking rats there telling you this and that about me. You better fucking wise up and stop believing people that just hate somebody's guts. And anyway, I can keep talking about that. Not going to. And anyway, that's why I don't drink anymore. I'm only 21, but I learned that in such a way where it only took 1 month for me to know what I'm looking at, and I was done drinking, and that was that. That ain't coming off. One last thing though. Okay. Yep, it only takes someone who's smart like me, it only takes them a couple times to realize what the fuck's going on. And then when you get pulled over and you know you only had 3 beers and 1 shot, and you was there for almost 4 hours, and the last hour you didn't drink and you only ate chips and a couple bites of a pizza that you paid for a slice from somebody at the bar, and you know you're not drunk, and they saying that you're drunk because for whatever reason they don't like you, those people are cursed. They're cursed from Satan and they're cursed from God. And that's the sad fucking truth. They're cursed by all gods, all demons, angels, entities, everything. Because you're simulating a human, and you're trying to make them go to jail for a crime that isn't even valid when they pass the state mandated breathalyzer test, or issued a human to human test from a policeman or police lady or police officer. So at the end of the day, that's why I don't go back and drink. No reason for me to drink around a bunch of weirdos and spies and creeps and punks and bitches and rats. And mark my words on this too. They'll all say that I'm paranoid or delusional or whatever. I can literally, and I mean this shit. If I really want to, I know what these people are, who they are. I don't need to keep continuing on this shit. I don't have any type of manpower behind me to do any type of get back on them. But I do have, how you say, the power and knowledge of prayer. Pray to God and pray to Satan, and hope to God that they have horrible karma. Yep. So basically, as I was saying, in case you didn't know this and you didn't believe me after that story, now you may know that I am the best, or one of the best. And that goes without saying. That's why I'm single. Because, first off, if you find a girl, that girl is going to have an opinion of you before she decides to be with you. And her opinion is going to be based off of either what she saw or what she believes from other people seeing or interacting with you, or around you, or gossip. If I don't get a girlfriend coming up, I'll leave the state and go to Las Vegas, and I will go, uh, I don't know, maybe I'll be a Chippendale dancer and get paid. Just kidding. Okay, this is almost to the point. There. There. It's all the way clean. Alright, we're going paint. Make sure you can see it. Okay. I may not have to make another coat of paint now. When I just used that brand new shaker can of that factory certified paint match code, this paint turned out pretty good, where I don't have to resand it again. I will let this dry and just repaint it, and then clear coat it. So now, while it's still wet, I'm going to paint it one more time. Alright, here we go. One more time. And why I just did that how I did is because, like I said, I may not be a professional, but I know what I'm doing to a point where that paint, it could withstand another light coat on top of that coat. It's hard to explain. It has to do with how close your paint apparatus to the metal or surface where you're painting is best. How you saw how I did it, I was about a foot away, and when it would hit, it was like misting it, and I'm misting it like that, and they call it misting it because you want to blend it to the part of the surface where you didn't paint. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna look in the film now. Oh my god, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, we'll go back over the other side and start sanding again. But yeah, there's a special someone out there for me. She knows who she is. Hopefully she watches. That way she knows that I know that I still want her, and they know. Well, not they, but yeah, I guess they know. But anyway, yeah, if you're watching, I want you, and you know who you are, and for in case you don't remember, I'm gonna say this, that way you know who I'm talking to. In case you don't, I can't say her name. The day her and I first seen each other, we was wearing the same color clothes, and that's very surreal, and it's very ironic, but that's real. And that day, when I first seen you, I thought to myself, you know, I would like to be with that girl. Attempt to woo her, or attempt to try to make her want me, or impress her, or um, you know, you know, wine and dine in 69, all that shit. So at the end of the day, I just say the truth, you know. If you're watching, you and I want you, and I know. Oh yeah, here's the thing. I still have my same telephone number. I don't have your telephone number no more because if you didn't know, my car got stolen, and that phone that had your telephone number, it was in the car. And anyway, when I tried to get all my information back from the phone company, they couldn't let me have all the information, and I could only allow people to call. And since you and I were, how you say, only uh, whatever, you know, employees together, we weren't really phone friends, right? Whatever. But anyway, the interaction was there for me. I don't know if you were just fucking with me or not, but you know, if I ever see you again, I will apologize for that day at uh, where your programmers told you I wanted you and you showed up at the bar. I'm gonna keep it real. I have no idea why you were at that bar that day, but that day at the bar, I was on a Molly pill, and when they presented you to me, I didn't know if it was you or not, and they told me, what the hell were you doing? And I told them, well, that was the day you decided to do that. How do I know when who is what is going to have her, or the girl that I have a crush on, or whatever, show up at the bar? Am I supposed to know this stuff? No. So anyway, when you're there and I'm sitting there acting like that, I'm like basically tripping. I'm not all the way where I'm like talking like a fool or whatever, but I'm seeing blurry and um, whatever. So I'm sorry if I pissed you off or made you think that I didn't like you with your weird spy people that you had bring you there. Sorry for saying that how I did, but that's what they are. They are weirdo spy people. I'm not. But I can't force you to do anything. But like I said, you, I'll try it with you if you want. Um, hopefully you watch, and I know I made a video and that was directed at you once, and it was me clowning, skipping rocks with uh, a certain song in the background. But anyway, um, I have the same telephone number, and I know how girls are. They're not gonna just call somebody. But I figured speak that into the the internet. I really don't care. And yeah, like I said, you know, I'm not stupid. I know that you're. I'm not for sure really what about what you know, but I know that those people that you brought you to that bar were spies, and I, like I said, if I would have known that was you, I would have spoke. I I wanted to believe it was you, but when I seen you standing there, I couldn't really see your face. I'm tripping. So, uh, I'm sorry, and that's about it. And hopefully you watch this and you realize uh, that shouldn't have had happened like that. Um, yeah. So at the end of the day, um, sand this bit a little bit. Oh yeah, and if I end up not being able to be with that girl, then well, technically, you know, then I'd be single. But right now, I feel as if I am single, but I want. Normally, I don't have a want. So at the end of the day, um, I don't know, but I'm not gonna. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry though, if you're watching. Okay, we're gonna paint this now again. One more time here. Whoa. She's going out of pocket here. All right, hold on. Yeah, and I don't care if someone, oh, what are you say that on the internet like that. I didn't say anybody's name. Only she knows who I'm talking to. And, one second. This is pissing me off here. There. There we go. What I was talking about earlier about that girl. Basically it was, hopefully you watch this. Basically it was love at first sight with me. Probably not with you, but for some odd reason I intrigued you. But the sad truth is I can't tell you the truth of why I know that I was supposed to say what I just said right now. I can't prove you'll watch my videos, but either God, Satan, or a little ghost or a demon told me to just start talking about that. So I hope to God that you realize that I like you, and hopefully you're single still. I don't know what to say. At the end of the day, I have no idea what to say to you. I have no idea what your telephone number is anymore. I know that if you still have my telephone number, that is the exact telephone number that I still have. Take a look at this through the camera, because when you look at it through the camera, that's going to be how it really looks, in a sense where they look at it. And this paint is technically 25 years old, so you can clearly see where the new paint is compared to the old paint. But from looking at it at the camera, I did a pretty damn good job, and you can see it from about right here. That's a good blend. The back, not so much, but whatever. That, like I said, this car is one of those cars where I'm going to keep it forever. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Alright, you're going to go over there and sand again. That time, no more storytelling. Now it's just work. No more having fun telling my soul here. Let me get some tape here and tape this area off. Okay. Now, hopefully you're watching this video when I said what I said and that made you happy, because I have no way I can just go to wherever you are. I have no idea where you are. But I can't just go and find you and say this to you, or try to type a sentence to you on Facebook or whatever. So hope to God that you're watching this and you heard me say what I just said. Hey, the gang's all here, you know. County gang, that is. You know, I made a song. It's more of a jingle. This one I can sing, if you want to hear it. Or I'm going to sing it anyway if you don't want to hear it. And it goes a little something, like this. A one, a two, a one, two, three. County gang, oh, county gang, county gang, county gang, county gang, county gang, dum 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 dum, county gang, oh, county gang, oh, county gang, dum 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 dum. I didn't really finish it yet, but it's a work in progress. Alright, that piece is not that sticky as I thought it was. I'll use this piece right here. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That goes for everything. even me. Meaning, I'm trying to reduce the desire and try to make this into reality, and I had no choice but to speak that into existence of past attempt of courting. And oh my God, you and I, we could be uh, a perfect couple, in my opinion. I was gonna say Bonnie and Clyde, but I'm not really like that. But that's the first one that came to mind. I don't know why. But we're not like that. I believe that you may want me. So God told me to say it, and I swear on my soul, promise you, from the day that I seen you that day, and that when we worked together, that very day when I was there for the interview, and you came in to punch in for work, I thought about having a lot of fun with you, and then that's all I can say pretty much. But I hope you like that little song that I made. I made that up, not for you or any viewer. I made that up just for fun. I put that on a little video too. I hashtagged it Townie Gang, and you can check it out. You type it in. That's a real thing. That's a real thing that I made up. That you could use as what's it called? Sound for your shorts. Meaning you could use that and dub a video off of it. Maybe I should do that. Oh, this is a good little tool. Use the scissors to press this down on this metal separation. Alright, I'm almost done with this taping. This is going to take a long, long time. So we're going to make this video, try to get it all done in a second here. I'm about to go back over there. And that second shall be in one more second here. Okay. Yeah. Let me go over there. There we go. I actually may need to bring this into the house to charge this phone. So I'm going to try to paint this real quick. May have to call it a day on this upload because this phone is going dark screen, meaning that it's about to run out of juice. Spray it once. spray it once with the clear coat and call it a day, and go and stop the live because it may the camera battery may be done. Okay, that's gonna be it for this live stream because the camera, I have no idea how much battery I have on it still, and it's going dark screen. So we're gonna call it a day on that, and we'll continue tomorrow. Or maybe I'll plug it in real quick. Maybe I'll keep going. Hold on. Plug it in and see how much battery I have, because it's not allowing me to see here. 1 second here. Let's plug this in. Oh, 2%. Oh my God. All right, yeah. Signing off. Okay. We'll make another one tomorrow. Signing off. Over and out.